Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today we have Diecast Mafia Challenge again. Well, the month passed like that, I didn't even feel it. Yeah, so, hmm, yeah, I was sitting for last 20 minutes thinking which car I'm gonna use for this challenge and what I want to do, and it kind of fell in between this in here, which is one of those crappy little cars, this Volkswagen Beetle, which pretty much is done already. Yeah, and this in here, what is it? Was it the Citroen Ford, the 1932? Yeah, all of those cars, very good candidates. But for some reason, yeah, don't ask me why, I decided that we're gonna use this one. Yeah, I feel like the Volkswagen Beetle, is already lifted. It is already pretty much Dune buggy. I can just add maybe some banners, some extra stuff, and I'm done. In here, I feel like I can do a little bit more. Yeah, even though the car itself is a piece of lovely kit. Yeah, I think that we're gonna go with this. This is a little bit more challenging. I don't really think that there's gonna be too much work, bigger wheels, some gribbles, and we're gonna be done. But let's just get on the table, try to figure this all out. Yep. So I think that I have camera a little bit higher than usually because I tend to just, move everything out of the screen and then I don't record anything. It is silly. So first thing, this one actually is beautiful because you don't have to think about the rivets. You only have to unscrew the bottom to remove the wheels. And obviously, yeah. Yeah, it seems like it is easy, but not. What the hell? It holds. Wow. That actually holds strongly. And what I have wheels from this, this was like a bulldozer or whatever. Yeah, so I took the wheels out of it, which are those. And we're gonna replace them on that little car. So instead of having tiny wheels, it's gonna have giant wheels. And we will see how it gonna works. Let's just put this one in here. Okay, it kind of fits. Does this fit? Oh, it's gonna be a tight fit. Those back wheels don't gonna really spin. That's okay. That's completely fine. As long as it's gonna look good, that's fine. Alright, I just messed up the front wheels. Sorry, there is a big chunk of plastic on the back wheels, so I think that's the problem with fitting them correctly. You can see there is not the easiest thing to do, but I think we have it. So now just the screws back. Sorry about that. I'm losing patience. So there we go, that's the back wheel. Now the front one. Okay, we have this clicked. It is a little bit of a loosey-goosey. You can probably just push it in and glue it in, so it's not gonna be moving so much. Okay, like I know that those wheels are hollow inside, so it's kind of looks shitty when there is no backing behind them, yeah? But straight away, this car looks good with this change. So I'm actually happy about that. I wasn't actually expecting that I'm gonna be so happy that it's gonna turn out so well. Yeah, I'm just thinking, if to put maybe like a mod guards in here. No. Weapon wise, I was thinking, entire rocket rack. But then I started to think, maybe machine gun, that big machine gun would look good for the Gaslands. Or maybe the singular rocket, just, mounted somewhere. So, no, that's... I think that's a little bit too silly to put it on the air. flames all over the cabin. I'm just thinking because, generally this is already a cool looking build. And, I always want to gaslantify everything, even if the subject matter isn't gaslands, because I just can add them to my collection. So, yeah, the thing is in here, there is no real flat surface for that. So I think that we're gonna go with the tiny rocket. And we're just gonna mount it in here on the back. And that's gonna be our weaponry, just a singular rocket. Which is better than nothing. And this is supposed to be a fast Dune buggy, so it's not supposed to really be that heavy armored or armed. So let's just do that. Let's gaslantify it a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. Yeah. So we're just gonna put it like that. That's our weaponry. And now I'm thinking, how to actually paint this car. And I was thinking something along the line of leopard print. So brown with, not the leopard print, like brown with the blackish stripes. So it's gonna be a lot of work to paint it, as I want it. But we're gonna try it. I'm thinking maybe add a couple of banners in the back. Give me a few seconds, I'm gonna grab the things that I need for banners, and we're gonna just put like maybe 4 or 5 banners in the back, just to make it more gaslands. Yeah, like we can glue 1, 2 on this side, maybe 1, 2 on this side, just in front of the wheels. Yep, that's the idea. So to make the banner poles, I'm just using a paper clips. I have them, just bought a full box in the pound shop for €2 I mean. Yeah, so that's a good one. And just straightening them up. Well, relevantly, they don't have to be perfectly straight. Yeah, but they are the cheap alternative to the plastic art rods. Well, cheaper. Yeah, and I think that we're gonna use 1, 2, 3. I think 3. 1 on one side and 2 on the other. And we're gonna just go in half. Let's see if that length gonna be okay. Well, it wasn't perfectly in half, but that's, yeah, in my opinion, that's fine. And then we're gonna have this one cut in roughly in half again, and we have 4 pieces. How we gonna make banners? Little bit of very thin plastic art, yeah, and X-Acto knife. And for me, I just gonna go cut this, to have one flat surface. Then I'm cutting to have triangle, and of course I'm cleaning this up. So that's the first one. Then we can get a second one. We're gonna just go with the triangular ones. I'm not really planning on doing anything else. They don't have to be the same length. They don't have to be under the same angle. Yeah, they are just to add a little bit of color to this already cool build. Well, cool. So far it is just a car with one rocket launcher and big wheels. So yeah, it isn't very cool at the moment. And what I'm gonna do, I actually gonna just glue the banners together, and I leave them aside. I'm gonna finish painting the car, and then I'm gonna glue the banners in, because I just think that they're gonna be completely in the way when I'm gonna be painting this. And what I want to do, I want to of course black bomb the entire thing. The engine gonna be metallic, yeah, and then the rest of the body we're gonna try to do this kind of animal skin print, which gonna take probably an hour or so of messing around. So that's gonna be probably a time lapse, yeah. But let's just get off the screen. Yeah, I'm gonna finish those little banners very quickly, and we're gonna be back with paint job. So let's start by dry brushing the metallic parts. First, wow, come on, too much. There we go, that's roughly what I'm looking for. So we're gonna be going with all of the suspension, the engine block, and the exhaust pipes. did actually paint the undercarriage as well, so it's gonna hopefully get a better, the paint gonna hold better to it in the long run. And of course the hubcaps, I painted over them because the original chrome was a little bit too shiny in my opinion, and not done right. And I glued the wheel, all of the wheels in place so they cannot actually spin anymore. Now we can give a little bit of a metallic sheen to the suspension, entire bottom of the car. There we go. So that's the first layer. Now what I have to do is clean that brush, grab myself a white paint. And we're gonna try to paint the entire body in white without screwing it up, which is gonna be a hard part. Because I tend to screw up a lot when it comes to precision stuff. Okay. And I don't care about the window, I can paint over the window. Yeah, because eventually we're gonna paint it blue. But I basically want this entire top to bottom to be my workspace. Yeah? So entire body to the bottom, because then I want to apply the brown to it as a main color, and we're gonna be thinking about the stripes on it. So yep, this is a preparation step. We're gonna have to then wait a couple of minutes for everything to dry before we're gonna start painting the rest of it. Because even though brown would show up on black, it would be very dark. If we paint it on white, it's gonna be fairly nice, especially if we water it down. It's gonna be transparent. We can apply a couple of paints, layers of the paint, allow it to dry slowly, and you know, it's gonna be better looking car. Hopefully it's gonna turn out well. Yeah, I'm assuming that I'm gonna screw something up and then I'm gonna be angry and I'm gonna finish without actually finishing it as well as I want. But we will see, we will see. I'm hoping for the best results, expecting the usual anger and frustration that I get. And with the rocket, I still didn't decide what color to paint it, so I'm gonna paint it white because we want to maybe paint it red at the end of it, to have it, you know, as a danger, as an extra splash of different colors in here. Come on. All right, so that's the car body prepared for the next step. So for this next step, I would usually just use a normal paint, not the speed paint, but I actually want to experiment, so yay for experimentation, yes. And then I'm gonna be regretting it, because that's usually what's happened. But we're gonna start with the lightest brown that I have, which is a sun golem, and we're gonna paint the entire body. And then we're gonna try to darken it. So we have hardened leather, dark wood, and Sasha brown. In the order, the Sasha brown is the darkest one. So you're gonna try to do the stripes with those three, seeing how they turn out. Yeah, but first this have to be applied and dry before we try the other stuff. So hopefully, yeah. This actually looks like it is all rusted, which kind of works as well. I never used that color to make rust, but it looks fairly well as a rust if I wanted to do it that way. But yeah. Like, I'm trying to avoid the windows because, well, because the other one is covered, so we're gonna just paint it as a part of the body because we have that rocket launcher there. Alright, and now the interesting part, I have to wait for this to dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna paint the little banners in red, yellow and blue. There we go. Okay, so the color, I didn't really like it. It looked very spotty, it looked okay as a rust, not really okay as a base for further painting, so I did paint it with a bestial brown, which make it darker, which kind of screws the extra steps. So what I want to do now is just make lighter stripes and cover them with a lighter color instead of a darker. So we are basically reversing the entire idea. And if I sound weird, yeah, I know. There is a reason, I just don't want to talk about it. So let's just add them in here. Okay, so we have one, then we're gonna go stripe it here. So it started looking more like a Spoopy Sperry's Peloton than what I was planning at the beginning, but I don't mind. Ideas can change and evolve during the process. Let's try this some more. Wow, that's thick. Continue that central line. As you can see, I did paint the things that I think that they are lights on the car. So we'll see how this is gonna turn out. There was a hair in here that was driving me crazy. Let's just go under the lights now. So you might be wondering what I'm doing with those lines, and I'm wondering as well. But the idea is that those lines I'm gonna then paint with a speed paint, light brown speed paint. They're just gonna make a different shade. Let's add a couple of lines in here. Yep. Can extend them. this. So yeah, you know that I'm concentrating when I'm not really talking. Gonna go from here and here, here. Just okay, it look weird. It look weird for now, but you know, let's hope it's gonna turn out as well as I'm hoping for it. Now, light brown. Nope. Nope. What's happened with the rest of the browns? Huh. Pale bone, maybe. I'm thinking maybe mixture of those two paints, just to make it very light brown. More of a sand golem than the pale bone or whatever it's called. Let's try that. It doesn't really make a difference, they look the same on the cup. So now, let's hope for the best, expect that it's not gonna look great. Oh, no, it actually looked nice. Just a different shade of brown. That's okay, that's basically just tinting the original colors. Yep, I think that I could just paint the entire body. It's gonna give it a little bit of a tint, and of course the white stripes gonna make it better. That's probably gonna be the last layer from the primary layers. Okay, that was actually easier than what I was planning to do. So that's a good idea. Then, if something is easier on you, that's great. Now the front. Yeah, it looked striped. Not exactly what you would think, you know, tiger stripes or whatever stripes would be, but kind of works. Now I need to get a little bit of red and paint that rocket. I have it here, Slaughter Red, that we used before. Well, I used them on the banners. You didn't see the banners just yet. So we're gonna just add it to the rocket. Yeah, let's just make the rocket red and dangerous. Alright, so that's our rocket. Now we're gonna switch to blue to paint the front window. So here it is, and let's just drop it in here so it's gonna mask that gap. Okay, almost there. There we go, so we have this finished, and the only thing I can do really extra is a little bit of a dry brush of some sort of a sandy color for the basically the dirt on the car. I don't want to use sand golem because it is of course the speed paint, so it's not gonna work very well for dry brushing. And let's try this. This one is a little bit brownier than what I usually use. It is the XV88 base, so something to paint Tau battle suits, I guess. I remember buying this ages ago and never really using a lot of it. So I'm gonna use just a big dry brush for this. Okay. I'm just gonna dust the wheels, the sides a little bit. I want this to still look black, not completely brown. So that's why I only want dusting. Maybe a little bit more on the bottoms. Let's try this. Okay, and that's done. Let's just grab the little banners that I have prepared and stick them to the car. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. Where are those banners? Oh, I just had them in here and then I have to move everything and I lost them. Because why would I keep anything in one place? Especially when I need it. So yeah, we have 3 banners. We have red, blue and yellow, like I said. So we're gonna just start attaching those. So a little blob of super glue. And we attach one in here. Like that, I guess. There we go, that's the first one. Then we're gonna try a blue maybe on the other side. We're gonna bend the pull ever so slightly. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just do it like that. Yep, this bend gives the car a motion, I would say. It is the illusion of motion. And the flag number 3. And it got decided by me randomly applying super glue, but it's gonna go on this side as well. So there we go. That's our boy finished. Let's grab a spin table and finish this video for once, actually on time. So, no spin table today. I completely forgot that it ran out of charge and I don't remember where is the wire. I want to finish video on time. So yeah, there we go. We're just gonna spin him once, very slowly. Yeah, I am happy with the result. I was thinking it's gonna be quite crappy, but it turned out well. So there we go. You know, he is actually a handsome little guy. Yeah. So if you like the video, please rate, comment, subscribe, share, and do all of that crazy YouTube shenanigans. And everyone have a great day and take care. Bye bye.